Do you know what it means to be an undocumented Mexican in America?
Yo soy mexicano.
A generation of young people caught between worlds is growing up without legal status in the United States.
My name is Felix Santiago, and this is a follow-up on the video that we did earlier. Right now, I'm 28 years old, and I came to the U.S. around 10 years old. So that's about 18 years ago.
I think at that time I was going through a lot of life changes. I had just become a single mom. I wanted to finish school.
Hello everyone, my name is Luis Sanchez and I'm here today to tell you that La Vida is still not easy. I'm a Latino American, originally from Mexico, and it's been an interesting number of years since we did the original film, La Vida No Es Fácil.
When we did La Vida No Es Fácil, Catherine was, I believe, 6 years old. It's been a while, yeah. She is now almost 13. She's 13 now, she's almost 14. Thanks to all the hard work and I'm pretty sure the dedication that she has put in, she is now gonna graduate from middle school, and she's going to go to high school. She got accepted to Savannah Arts Academy, which is one of the top 3 schools in the state of Georgia.
When I first came here, I spoke Mixteco, as everybody knows, because I used to live with my grandma. And she spoke to me with nothing but Mixteco. And every time they speak a Spanish word, I say, what is that?
Life has not been easy, as the title says. It has really been a roller coaster ride. I graduated from James Sprung Community College in 2008 with my associate's degree in graphic design. I graduated with my degree and tried to pursue a career in that field, but being undocumented has really not allowed me to pursue a lot of the things that I would like to pursue.
I packed my things, got my daughter, and moved to Georgia in pursuit of a lifelong dream, which was to be able to have a college degree. It was a fresh start for both of us. It was hard. I had to work full-time, go to school full-time. I didn't receive the scholarship the first year, so my dad and helped me pay for the first year, and then after that I received scholarships to go to Armstrong Atlantic State University in Savannah, Georgia, where I received my bachelor's degree in 2008 with a political science, minor in Spanish, certificate in Latin American studies.
I'm married and I have 3 kids. One's in school, and one's 2. The one school is 5 now, and an 8-month-year-old, not year-old, but 8 months. Yeah, and I graduated from college. As you all know, that I made it at the honor roll, the dean's list, which they call it, for a while, and then graduated. I couldn't find a job in my field, and I was working at McDonald's at that time. And they offered me to be a manager. Now I kept on saying no, I want to do something else. But finally I just said, okay, well, I'll just do it, since I can't find a job in my field. It's pretty hard to put on your resume over there that you're only on a visa, employment visa, where you have to renew every 2 years, versus if you're a citizen or a resident, which will enable you to get a better job, I believe. At least that's what I believe.
When I first moved to Georgia, I was alone. I didn't have a lot of support system like I had in North Carolina with, my teachers, my friends, my family. and everybody else that I knew in there was comfortable, but I had to do what I had to do to pursue the dream. At that time, I became a Spanish teacher, and I think I am still currently a Spanish teacher. I'm on my 4th year as a teacher. I teach high school now, and it's been a blessing. I didn't go to school to become a teacher, but it's been one of those rewarding careers, a blessing to be able to have a career such as this one, and be able to give back to the community.
Immigrants brought to the United States at an early age who were largely raised in this country and therefore share much in common with second-generation Americans. They are culturally Americans, growing up here with little attachment to their birth countries. They are bilingual, speak fluent English, and multicultural.
I held numerous jobs doing many different things because I could not find a stable job in the field of graphic design due to my not being able to be employed by companies because of my undocumented status.
I am, like I said, a single mom working. I am a teacher, so you know my pay is not the greatest. However, I do extra things. I work at night in order for me to be able to provide for my daughter and for her to be able to have all the things that I as a kid did not have the opportunity to have.
I started doing landscaping, all kinds of other jobs, odd jobs that I can find that I said, hey, let me do this and that and see if I like it. And they said the pay is good, but the pay is good when you've been there a long time.
Many Latinos, such as myself, are forced to pay out-of-state tuition. It's really been one of the things that has really been an obstacle for me and for a lot of other people. You know, out-of-state tuition is pretty expensive, especially if you have to pay for it out of your own pocket. Now, it's very difficult to do well in school whenever your brain isn't always there because you didn't get enough sleep the night before, because you were up till 3 in the morning working.
I was so afraid that as we deferred the DREAM Act and put up multiple obstacles to continued education, that Luis, Maribel, and Felix would become discouraged. But that did not happen.
You know, it really seems like a lot of times it seemed like my education really wasn't going to take me anywhere because of the difficulty and just because of all the many things that we have going against us Latinos, undocumented Latinos here in North Carolina.
I think having all those opportunities would not have happened if I didn't take the risk and the chance to move to pursue my dreams and not stay behind waiting for Congress to pass something that up to this point is still pretty iffy.
The United States is missing out on talented workers and entrepreneurs and is losing vital tax revenue and other economic contributions that these workers would offer us.
Because right now, I'm trying to find another job where I can say, hey, I'm a citizen and I graduated, and hey, just all I'm looking for is for a job. I'm not here to take anybody's job, which everybody thinks that Hispanics is here to take over your job, but all you gotta do is just get up, find your job. If you apply one place, you go ahead and apply another place until somebody calls you.
Not everyone that speaks Spanish is Mexican, that there are 21 countries out there, that there are thousands of other cultures out there, the hundreds of customs and hundreds of other ways to celebrate and to become more open and accepting of other cultures.
Because of the barriers to their continued education and their exclusion from the legal workforce, many undocumented students are discouraged from applying to college. It is not because they don't want a college education, but because they are forced to pay out-of-state tuition, or because some colleges refuse to let them enroll.
The fact that we Latinos in North Carolina are still paying out-of-state tuition. Now, this is one of the things that's really holding us back in terms of pursuing our dreams, you know, and trying to continue our education. Now, tuition to attend a four-year university is much more expensive.
I finished my associate's degree from Deferred Community College. I was on a 2-year break. I didn't have any more money to pay for out-of-state tuition, especially for any institution that will allow me to continue my education. And at that time, North Carolina had closed all colleges and universities to undocumented students, so I wasn't able to fulfill that dream.
Fortunately for Felix and Maribel, their fathers were granted amnesty in the Immigration Reform Act of 1986, which legalized certain illegal immigrants who entered the United States before January of 1982. After paying fees and fines, both fathers received permanent residency. This enabled them to apply for residency for their children, which both Felix and Maribel were able to access.
I just want to say something. A lot of people consider me to be a smart individual, somebody who has his head right on his shoulders, you know, somebody who's always doing the right thing. And, you know, I think a lot of people respect me. I have a lot of friends who know me and they know what I stand for. But the truth is that there are people that there are young Latinos who are much more intelligent than I am, who have much more potential.
Right now I'm still going through the process. Right now I'm married and my wife is a U.S. citizen. And then when my dad filed for me, they gave me a visa to stay here for 2 years and an employment card for 2 years. Every 2 years I have to renew, and that's $300 to extend my visa and for my permanent card. So you're looking around $600 to $680, $100 every 2 years I have to renew.
He cannot obtain a legal driver's license, nor attend the local community college with in-state tuition, but is forced to pay the higher fees of out-of-state or international students. He cannot qualify for student loans, for work study, nor can he qualify for any kind of financial assistance.
I went to Deferred Community College. When we did this video, I was starting, which was, I believe it was 2004, and I graduated in 2008. Which I've been there a while, since I was working at McDonald's and paying my way through. I didn't ask for no grants, no loans or anything, because I know loans it's hard to pay up when the interest hits you. But as far as that, my grades were good. I started out with a class of about 28 people, and over every semester it kept on getting smaller and smaller. And by the end of the, because every time you start a computer information course, it's semester wise. If you dropped out or anything, you can't just restart and resume. You have to start all over, and most of the people just can't take it and just drop out and change something else. And networking and subnetting and all that, it gets complicated when they deal with binary hexadecimal numbers, and people will do. It's hard for some people, and the class by the time when we graduated, went down to about 10 people. And it wasn't really that many people left. Half of them, more than half left.
His plight encapsulates many facets of DREAM Act students. Caught in a system where there is little, if any, means for legalizing their status, smart, hardworking students face an uncertain future because of their inability to continue their education, to work, or even to enter the military.
I grew up without water, running water, without a sewage system, without, transportation. So for me, it's important that they know that, I've been there. I have slept on the floor with no mattress or anything in the floor, in the ground. I had carried water to boil it and cook, and I have gone to the river and taken showers. That for me, it's important because it made me, it keeps me humble. It gets me close to my roots. And even though I know that, I do have a degree, I do have a master's degree, I'm working, I'm still not there yet, and I'm still very humble from where I came from.
Reflecting back on my comments 7 years ago, I realized that I greatly underestimated the students in our interview, Luis, Maribel, and Felix. By extension, I also underestimated the character and determination of many of the 65,000 undocumented students who graduate from our high schools each year in the United States.
I have ambition to, one, in the long run, being able to go back to school after Catherine goes to school, of course, make sure that she is in college, on her way, and then when I go back to school, get my PhD. And then after that, probably run for either a state representative or senator. I really want to be a senator.
While fixing this problem will hardly solve the immigration issue or the need for comprehensive immigration reform, it will unlock the door to the American dream for thousands of young people each year.
Somebody who feels like they can do anything with their life more than likely will amount to great things. You have to have a strong character, and there are some people with very strong characters out there, Latino leaders who are undocumented, but wish, who want to continue their education, wish that they were documented so they could continue their education. And these Latinos would only help society, would help in making America great.
What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load. What happens to a dream deferred? A Dream Deferred by Langston Hughes.
We should think about the education of children in this country, whether they're from here or they're not from here. The more we educate children, the more we'll be able to advance the entire planet. So come on, let's think about it. Education is for everyone, no matter from where you're from.
Yo soy mexicano.
Upa, upa, upa.
Hispanics come here to work, and we work hard, and I think we should be rewarded for that.